So are you bored yet with all of these diorama build series, parts, episode stuff? Well, guess what? We're about to do another one because we're going to build the second diorama, which is going to go right in this big old area right here. And it's going to feature a lot more stuff. I'll be right back. I got to drink some coffee. Okay, we're going to do this right. Part 2 by Go. Hey everybody, this is Joe G with Touch of the Brush Model Weathering, and guess what? We're going to do another part series of... Just start the intro. Alright, welcome to the next part of this diorama series. We are going to be building another diorama here, and this is going to connect the coal trestle along with the bridge, and it's going to continue into the other side of the layout, and this is going to be sort of the view blocker that will help block the rest of the layout, so you kind of won't see it. You kind of sort of just see right here when you first walk into the room, and you get to see all the scenery and all that kind of jazz, and then you go and you do your tour around the layout, right? And so instead of using this, I guess this particle board underneath and all this luan that I have here, I'll tell you one thing, this thing is freaking heavy right now. And I don't have all the scenery on it yet. So we're going to go much lighter on this one, and we're going to use some different materials, and we're going to use some free cheap material like cardboard. And so what we're going to do is we're going to place this on here, right, just like this, and we are going to trace the actual base of this diorama. So let's do that. Joey, this is why you need to prepare before you start creating content. And why is this not cutting? Well, the blade's upside down, so that will help. And I got stuff falling. I just make things difficult for me, as you can tell. Okay, we did that. Now, move this out of the way before I get stabbed. I should move this out of the way because, you know, nah, never mind. I'm shaking the whole layout. Anyway, okay. I am looking for my marker. What happened to my marker? Does this happen to you guys? I seriously cannot find... Oh, I know where my marker is. Not over here. I literally had it right here. I was just using it. And... well, I guess we may do this in the next part until I find my marker. This is going to be the episode of finding my marker, and then the next one is going to be looking for my scissors, and then the next one after that is going to be looking for it. Well, after about 10 minutes of looking for my marker, I finally found it. Anyway, so let's continue doing what we were doing here, and that. So we're going to do that. We're going to trace this out. So we're going to keep that kind of straight. Go around here like this. I'm looking for it. There we go. We're going to kind of sort of mark the territory. I think it's about this here. Alright, let's place it down and see what we have to trim, which is going to be a few, I'm sure. It's going to be a little bit. Not too bad. Not too bad. Got some spots here that I need to trim. Let's see here. We're going to move it up like right there. Now let's see what we got going on. Aha! That is exactly what I want to do. Why is that off? Oh, that's why. Perfection. Now, this is the fun part. Now I got to figure out what the heck I'm going to do as far as the structure. We're definitely going to do the cardboard strips again, that's for sure. And what I need to do is bring this piece of wood, because I think we're gonna hot glue this piece of wood, because that's the exact height I need. And I think this is what, because now I got a little bit of height. Yeah, it's still a little bit off, just not too bad. So it's gonna be raised up a little bit, but that's easy. Okay, we're gonna hot glue. I'm gonna hot glue that there. First, I'm gonna trace it so I know exactly where it needs to go. Okay. Then we're gonna take this makeshift bridge that looks like a Tommy gun. Say hello to my little friend. Anyway, so we're gonna take this, and it's gonna go right about here. We're gonna place it right on here, I think. This is really not a, I don't know what I'm gonna do here. Okay, by the way, I was able to fix my good camera finally, and finally we could do some zooming. Not that I want you guys to see my face that close, but I can zoom in and out now, which is great. Anyway, I thought about it, and it only took 10 minutes. But what we're gonna do is use this piece. It is actually level. I have this awesome level here, and that's level, and that's actually fairly level. Now, I'm not worried about a little bit of a grade here. That's okay. The bridge is I'm gonna have a trestle that's gonna be sitting on top of, kind of on top of this. So it's gonna come across this way, and it's gonna lay on, maybe not this. I'm gonna have an actual piece of wood over here, but this is going to be more carved rock. So now on these pieces of foam, what we're gonna do is that because it is so close to the track, I cannot use the rock molds, right? So I'm gonna carve the rock here instead. So we're gonna mix up with the we're gonna combine the plastered molds from this diorama, and then we're gonna create some rock molds. We're gonna create some rock formations on this foam, and so theoretically, we're gonna have the track come across here like this, and this is going to represent the kind of the northeast corridor, like, or a main line that comes through the city, like behind the city or between the city, whatever kind of over there. You'll see here in some of the updates that I put up here, and then it's going to come across this way, and so we're going to have a nice over and under shot for photography. Plus, it divides up the scenes. Even though it is the same town, it does create some effect where you don't see the whole layout at one time. So that's what I'm kind of going for. So what I did here is mark my territory again. And what I did was I marked lines where I want to have all these pieces of wood. This is all pretty much the frame that's going to hold the flimsy cardboard together, right? And so what I did was I made a line and I made a number, so I know, I should point towards the actual number, right? So I made a line and a number, and here is the number here, so that way I know when I glue it back, I know exactly where I want the pieces of wood to be, because we're going to be using the cardboard strips to go up here and over to these little stone hedges that I made, right? Just like we did the other diorama. That's going to be the same exact thing for this, and the track's going to go up here, and then there'll be the bridge, and then over here just be some height difference. And this is all going to be the same. Actually, probably going to need a different piece over here somewhere. You know what's funny is that I'm not used to this camera, that there is actually a screen that I can look at, and I'm pointing the camera all different directions where I need it to be. So now I've got to learn how to refocus this camera again. All right, so let's start gluing this stuff down. So after attaching all the cardboard strips and filling it in with all of the different newspaper and stuff, to make this more stable, I've added masking tape to the entire papier-mâché skeleton, whatever you want to call it. It is Halloween, actually, that I'm actually recording this. But as you can see here, this is what it looks like now. And what's cool, this is an old technique using masking tape. And this is really solid. Like, I'm full force on it, right? It really holds the whole thing together really nice. And after hot gluing all the strips and then filling the whole thing with newspaper, adding the masking tape really does help. But as you can see here, this is where the track's gonna go in the bridge. This will be the front of that next rock cut that we're building. And this does look silly here, but it's gonna be sloped with trees going up, so I'm not really worried about what that looks like. This is the back end. this is where the divider is going to go right in here, and this is where the track is going to continue into the city scene. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start laying down the plaster cloth. That'll be the next step. So I got to grab all of my old towels and clean off the counter, and then maybe I should get some coffee too, because I gotta go to work soon. But as you can see here, this is what it looks like now. I am not going to bore you guys with how I put plaster cloth on. I did that in the other videos. So let's see how it looks like. We're going to do some moving magic. So ready? 1, 2, 3. And that's what I call magic. But here we are. We have all the rocks colored and weathered. I have some of the polyfiber trees here just for show, to show you what the rock cut's going to look like, as well as the top of the dioramas. Oh, and over here we have a little mock-up of what the trestle is going to be. It's going to go above here. And I do have another future video coming out showing how I made that rock wall. And you can see here we have added some new stuff to the, I don't want to say new stuff to the diorama, but yeah, I guess some extra row bed. I have raised it up just a little bit because we are going to have these tracks come together back there, and they are going to be operational. So that is the plan there. As you can see, everything is coming together just nicely. And in the next video, I'll show you how I weathered and painted those rocks. It'll probably be like a montage video, sped up film, stuff like that. And here is also a foam piece that I have connected to the rest of the diorama, so it shows the whole entire rock wall. Mock-up trees there to show you what the scenery will look like once it's all completed. And that, folks, is this episode of this part of the diorama build series. And so we'll go to the next one here in just a bit. Take care. Thanks for watching, and thank you for all the support. Until next time, guys, this is Joey G. We'll see you next time.